Hey, what's up everyone? I have been looking into Swansong. I'm going to take a look at the new trailer and I have so much extra info to tell you and ideas about what might be going on in the story. But anyway, they've released a trailer. It looks amazing and the release date is the 2021, which is vague because that's a whole year, but at least it's not coming soon. And I say at least because I think there are 25 billion different things that White Wolf are releasing. Video games, card games, board games, books, audiobooks, streams. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Friends and subjects, thank you all for coming. We're gathered here
Wait.
to celebrate the unification of Boston
Vontrue
and Hartford. One new domain, strong, safe, and united in upholding the Masquerade. Tonight,
and a
we
rose
rewrite the story of the Boston Camarilla.
giving away
Tonight,
some
we
secrets here.
revolutionize our blood supply. A new era is upon us. Raise your glasses with me. Out with the old, in with the new.
What's that symbol?
Let the party begin.
Whose claw is that? It's Die Hard! Oh, it's so shit. There's symbols everywhere. It's great. Oh, that's such a gorgeous trailer. Okay, let's get into some of the things that I noticed over here, and I'm pretty sure are confirmed as player characters. We have...
And subjects.
And let's turn you down a little bit. This fella right here, I think is a player character, and a Vontrue if you look on the knife. The knives are quite important, I just realized in this. Which is nice, and I'm assuming the little card, the black card, is the invite to this party, right? Which will be the beginning event, and we'll go into that later. But first player character, Vontrue,
to celebrate the unification
and
of Boston,
likes having naked women hang around.
one new domain, strong.
This idea I thought was very cool, and the cracked mirror kind of gives it away, but injecting yourself with blood to feed as a vampire instead of like nomming on people with your fangs and stuff is novel. Clearly someone who doesn't like being, or at least doesn't like that side of a vampire. And Malkavian, cracked mirror, calling it now. And thirdly, and also a player character. This third player character, she, if you can't tell from just being gorgeous. Wait, there it is. The Rose. The clan of the Rose being Toreador. So we got some really Camarilla-centric clans here, which is going to be interesting. I think this game is going to be heavily reliant on your ability to talk, and I mean, I don't know if Malkavians can be counted as having the ability to talk, but well, either way, the powers of those clans, Toreador, Malkavian, Vontrue, are... Oh, and I've realised people make fun of the way I say Vontrue. Whatever. It's not going to change. Those they have powers that really enhance the narrative design. Like if you played Bloodlines, you could have special options in the game if you had like presence or dominate, so you could tell people what to do, or at least you could try. And this lady here is the new prince. So I heard in an interview that they are being inspired from previous chronicles based around Boston and Hartford, so there's going to be lots of Tremere, there's going to be lots of resolved storylines, and this right here is the inciting event of the game. Someone gets into this party that the prince has this wait, who is there anything that we see here? It's just a bunch of people. Are the player characters there? I mean, they all got invites, right? Because they all were shown with those invites. But at the penthouse, there's whoa. I don't know what this is about, but the Tremere are doing something dodgy, because that's just straight blood everywhere. And then there's also a symbol here. I missed this the first time I watched it, but someone with a sexy, is that like a garter strap with a knife? That's the Anarch symbol right there. The Anarchs, the Tremere, clearly have beef with this party, and also shotguns and blood, so that makes sense. And then blam blam. This is the event we will be investigating throughout the game. I'm fairly certain is where it starts, because Swansong is based around the idea that the prince, where is she? She's here, and I love that symbol. It looks so cool. And oh god, what's her name? She is called Hazel Iverson. Oh, it makes sense. It's an H on the left and an I. And also it's the curled neck. Oh my god. She is known as the Swan. Hazel Iverson, the prince. Hang on, did I get anything about who she was? I think she's a Toreador or a Ventrue. I mean, that doesn't really help anyone with anything. Probably a Toreador, my guess? I can't remember. Hazel Iverson, anyway, the prince. This is her being super sexy with a man kneeling at her feet. Who doesn't want that? But she has created, as she says in this voiceover for the trailer, a new domain. The domain of combined...
In with the new.
Wait, I skipped to the wrong place. Boston and Hartford. Anyway. And I don't know whether the prince dies or whether she is the one who asks you to investigate why someone attacked this party, who it was, what their motives were, what their intentions were. But we will get to figure out why someone didn't want this to happen. Clearly, people aren't too happy about her consolidating this power, and my guess would be it's revenge of some sort, an attempt to stop that. Anyway, along with the trailer, there's been a storefront on Epic released. There's been a website update with lots of really, really awesome stills from the game. There's the Ventrue guy carrying a head, presumably the person's body that head came from, but it seems like the characters we'll be playing as they unravel this mystery, we'll learn about them. And a few facts that I've gathered from an interview that the developers did is that the player characters, the vampires, will be over 100 years old, so they're not fresh out the gate. They will be learned, they will know stuff about the world, they will be probably integrated somewhere in the Vampire Society of Boston. The history of Boston and Hartford was elaborated in the Dark Colony book, which described how the Tremere took over initially, then the Ventrue took it from them, so perhaps there's some animosity that still exists from the original colonization by the vampires in 1630. I mean, if you live forever, a grudge can last a long time. So perhaps this is after, I mean, if the current prince is Iverson, then the previous prince, known as Quentin King III, which is one hell of a name, will probably have been deposed or killed, or something happened to them for this new prince to be brought to power. So that's an interesting thought. I would love to hear your theories about what's going to happen. I know that there are a lot of people looking forward to seeing perhaps Giovanni in this, but they've not been mentioned so far. Maybe they're secretly behind a bunch of this stuff. The developers said that within the context of the main Camarilla faction being weakened by London being taken over by the Second Inquisition, and the Tremere Chantry, the head chantry in Vienna, being destroyed, there are cracks being formed that mean that the positions of power aren't quite as stable as they were. And despite that, Hartford, Boston are being joined by this new prince who has apparently secured access to blood, and they even mentioned that in the trailer, a new way.
Tonight, we revolutionize our blood supply.
Revolutionize the blood supply. That is something, that is quite a claim. Revolutionize the blood supply. What does that mean? There's been something, I honestly have no idea. There's a question. What could possibly revolutionize the blood supply? Have they making synthetic blood? Like, this is pure speculation from my point. The developers did say that the Tremere Chantry in Hartford, the leaders of that, have come to a peace agreement with Boston, and that possibly has a connection because, you know, Tremere and blood are like fish and water because they know so much about it. Perhaps there is a way to make humans spout blood from their eyeballs. I don't know. But on the other hand, if we go to this awesome shot, oh my god, the cracking, still cool, right? Where is it? Where is it? The Tremere ritual. Please show me if they are. I mean, if this ritual is anything to do with what the other shots we're being shown about, you know, people preparing to attack the party, then the Tremere are breaching this peace agreement that they supposedly made with Prince Iverson, which is very cool. So I would love to see your theories. Whatever you think, I'd love to hear it in the comments. But until then, thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, or you could support me like my wonderful Patreons do. And a super special thank you to my top tier patrons, Leon, Caldi, Draco, and Burnout. So, and thanks to them, and until next time, goodbye.